Hello, Jazz Meister. This is Moroni Prime of TFW2005.com. Given that my photo bucket bandwidth has been exceeded and is useless until the 15th, my only other option is to make a video showcasing the figures that I have available. As we discussed, you said you had been interested in Ironhide, Skids, Grapple, Inferno, Cosmos, and Power Glide. First off, we'll go ahead and do the mini-bots and get them out of the way. Here we have Power Glide and Cosmos. As you can tell, they're in fairly decent shape. No sun fading or anything that I can tell. The one thing that I did notice about Power Glide when I got him, there is plastic stress on this particular tail fin. But it doesn't really take away from the toy. It's still sturdy. It's not going to break off anytime soon unless you go throw it into the wall. So let's do the transformation. Legs pull down. They are fairly tight, as are the wings. Fold those up and rotate them up beside the fuselage here. Rotate the cockpit. There you have the head, and he can stand up freely. Then with the arms, take them down, as so. There you have G1 Power Glide. Set him off to the side for the moment. Cosmos is actually a little bit easier. With the flying saucer here, the section with the Autobot symbol, you slide that forward. It's actually really tight on the feet. Slide that forward and then you swing the whole thing down. There you have the feet. Then with the sides here, they simply just rotate up and become the arms. Then this red tab up top, grab it and just pull up, and there you have the head. That is Cosmos in robot mode. Of note, there is a little bit of paint wear on the top of the head because the entire head is painted. It is molded in yellow plastic, and that just happens over time from transforming the figure over and over the course of 25 years. Nothing major. It doesn't take away from the toy, and the joints are tight. Cosmos has always been notoriously hard to try to balance because of the way he's kind of got the Jennifer Lopez thing going on here. So he's a little front heavy and back heavy depending on which wheel he's balancing on. And if you can get him balanced, then he's a pretty sturdy figure. Next we'll do Ironhide. Average sticker wear, decent chrome. He comes with the gun and one missile. I do not have any pegs for him or my ratchet. Not too bad a shape. Take the gun off here, separate the top and bottom halves. Top half we'll take and rotate the arms outward like so and fold those down. Then you can just take the back of the van, rotate the feet down and put the whole assembly into place. Then you can take the shoulders and move those in closer to the torso, thus creating the robot mode for Ironhide. Move that back a little bit so you can see it better. On the back here, open that up. You can store the missiles on either side of the launcher here. I've got the one here that I do have. You can see it's got decent chrome. On the underside here you'll have the tank treads. Fold the front one down. It will meet the front of the base here. You take the other two, rotate them down. Now in order for the van halves to close, you want to make sure that you have the treads at this angle before folding them on the rest of the way up, so that when they're in the van, they're flush with the edge of the window here. Otherwise they will hold the van open so far. But you take it down, and then the individual treads you rotate down once you have your support in place, and that will be even with the front tread. And you take the halves, separate it, and then swing the cannon up like so. There you have your base. And his feet fit into these little cavities here, just beside the windows. Kind of locks into place there. Not too securely, but secure enough. Had I had the peg, it would go in this hole here. Then the gun would sit on top of that, and you'd be able to fire it. The missile does fit in here. Click, and we're done. That is Ironhide. Pretty sturdy figure. I had contemplated a time or two on getting the custom heads for him and Ratchet, the ones that like slip over the back of the seat here, replacing stickers. But I never did get those. I just couldn't bring myself to pay for, you know, heads. Next we have skids. Here we have 2 of the 3 guns that he comes with. This here's one of them. These do fit over the forearms, not in the fists. The other one is the launcher. I have 1 missile, and I also have the sprue that the missiles came on. I don't remember how I came about that, but it is the one from Skids. I have confirmed at least that much. Missile launches. The spring's a little worn. It's, you know, an old launcher, but clicks in place. And there you have it. Skid's transformation is kind of simple too. The whole bottom half of the van folds forward, and the front license plate is actually a little clip here that locks the mid-torso in place. Then the feet rotate down there, and you take the feet and fold those up. Take the whole thing and separate it. There you have your legs for Skids. And it's bottom heavy enough with the die-cast metal. It does support the weight, so you can have a top half car if you want to do some sort of Robotech mode with him or something. From there we open the doors, and that causes the roof to kind of flip down. The arms, they just kind of swing down, and then you do the whole Jazz Blue Streak thing with them, and that the wheel goes onto the back of the shoulder, and the arm folds down. The wrists, well, the hands rotate at the wrists. Actually, the one shoulder's a little loose. I could try to tighten that if you want. Again, it's a little old, but it's not bad. The head rotates over the front of the hood here. Kind of clicks into place. And there you have it. Let's go ahead and give him his guns. Fits over the forearm here, and then the launcher fits over this forearm here. I think sideways if I remember. Yes, sideways. And that's Skids, such as he is. One thing I did notice about this is, for some reason, I can't figure out why, but this wheel doesn't want to go all the way in. I don't know if that was just done in manufacturing or what. You can see it kind of sits a little lower. I'm sure it could probably be fixed. It's probably just an extra piece of plastic that didn't get cut away somewhere in the molding process. It's hard to say for sure. But it stands alright. Doesn't like fall over or anything. Next off we have Inferno. This is the vintage Inferno. I don't have any accessories for it. Of course you can use Grapple's accessories with him as well. Given that Grapple's complete, you know, you can use 2 missiles and 2 different fists and give them both hands if you want. The arms rotate like so. You swing them down to the sides, and then the legs pull down and the feet rotate up. Then you've got this whole assembly hanging off the back here. You swing this up and take the ladder and rotate it down. This cube here, this contains the head. You just rotate it. Actually, I think it goes the other way. It can go either way, I suppose. Clicks into place, and then the whole thing, using this little latch here, clicks on top of the roof. And there you go. That's Inferno. This piece here is notorious for breaking off, so if you can find these on vintage figures, then you're in business. Coming up next is Grapple. I do have him in robot mode already, because that's how I had him displayed on the shelf. Here you have the sprue. These accessories, I will note, are from the reissue, but they are not altered in any way. They are identical to the vintage, molded in the same color plastic and everything. Here we have 2 missiles left on the sprue out of the original 3. The right fist. Then here's the other missile, the left fist, and the gun that he's holding in his hand. We're going to take those out. Now what I did is I also took stickers from the reissue, given that those were unaltered as well, and replaced the vintage stickers, which were almost non-existent due to the age of the toy. Let's take and unclick the head here. This is one thing I've always had trouble with on Inferno and Grapple toys, is they don't like to let their heads go off of their hoods. Rotate the head unit around. Oh, real quick I want to mention, notice that Grapple and Inferno have yellow eyes. That's one way to definitely identify the fact that they are vintage and not reissues. is the originals had yellow eyes. So we rotate that around. Take the support and have it up. It rests here like that, and then you take the arms up and back. And the feet rotate down, and the legs lock into place like so. There you have grapple. That's pretty much it. These are all available. Just make me an offer and let me know what you think. This has been Moroni Prime.